What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the Above Average Mindset series. I'm your host, Keon Gray, and today's topic, we're going to talk about how to get started in business. 2020 is a new decade. A lot of people deciding to get started in business, and they're trying to figure out the steps they need to take to actually get started. And today, we're going to discuss a few things, at least the top 10 ways. The top things, the top 10 things you're going to need to know to get in business. I'll say it like that. All right, so first and foremost, if you're planning on starting a business, figure out, what kind of business you're going to start. That's the most important thing. A lot of people just be randomly picking out businesses, something they're not even good at or something that they haven't even thought out at all. You should definitely be choosing a business and something that you're good at. And when I say something that you're good at, I mean something that you can actually do on a professional level, or at least you feel like you can get to a professional level with it. So that would be the first thing I would say do. Figure out what you're going to do that you're actually good at, and that you can bring, in a professional level. Because if people are going to pay for a product, a service, or any type of thing that you're doing, they're expecting to get professional service and what they're paying for. So they basically want to get the best bang for the buck. So definitely be focusing on making sure you're doing something that you actually good at. Once you choose your lane, the next thing you need to do, number two, is do your research. Whatever field it is that you're getting into, definitely do your research. One thing you're gonna need to know is there a need for the product or service that you are actually starting a business in? A lot of times people don't even think about that. They might just think that it's something good for them, so it's good for everybody, which is definitely not the case. And if you're not coming with a product or service that's actually going to be beneficial to the people, it's going to be hard to be successful in the in the business that you're getting involved in. So definitely make sure it's a market for what you're trying to do. And then you want to figure out who need it. You basically want to figure out your target audience. So making sure you got your target audience is going to be a top key factor in, understanding which lane you want to choose to start your business in. So choosing your lane, you got to know who you actually targeting. After that, you want to find out who the competition is. Obviously, whatever field you're pretty much getting into, it's always going to be competition. But the one thing you want to do is differentiate yourself from the rest of the competition. What makes you different than the average person that's your competitor in that field? So that's one thing you definitely want to consider. How can I be different than the competitors? Um, um, and then you want to find out where your business fit into the specific marketplace that you're trying to get into. So it's your product or service. Once you choose your market, you want to find out, if your business actually fits in the area that you're trying to come to. If you're in a certain area, and the business that you're doing isn't there, then you might have a good chance of your business being successful because it's something new for the people, especially if it's something that the people actually need. So that's where it goes back to making sure you're figuring out what you're doing so that you can actually be an asset to the community that you're coming to. You definitely want to always make sure that you add value to what you're doing. So after you do that, you did your research. You trying to, you found out what it is that you want to do. The next thing you need to do is make a plan. The plan is everything. I can't stress that enough. Making your plan is everything. Having an actual plan for what you're doing, and I'm not just talking about in your head. The first thing you want to do, if you're starting a business and you intend to get financial support or any kind of investor to invest in your business that you're doing, you need to have at least a traditional business plan. That's something that you definitely want to get started or have ready to go. You want to have your business plan, but your business plan also gonna help you. It's gonna help you to market yourself, and you actually gonna know what you're actually doing step by step. The different moves the different things you plan on doing in your business. The business plan is gonna play a major part in that. So definitely come up with a business plan. If you're not getting funded from anybody, you still should have a business plan, but it's not 100% necessary. But you got to think that, you know, I don't know what your credit is or anything, but you're probably gonna need either a small business loan, a grant, um, some kind of investor, or you might even be able to do some crowdfunding. That's one of the new popular things that people are doing is crowdfunding. So people go on GoFundMe. It's different other type of crowdfunding that people use and people get into to actually get that business started. And people, you'll be surprised that people are willing to invest in something that they see valuable. So don't be afraid to do crowdfunding if that's what you have to do. If you're saying to yourself, I don't have the money, or I don't have a good credit score to be able to get a loan, or I can't find an investor, try to do some crowdfunding. Um, Also, your tax money. Take that tax money and invest it into your future. A lot of times we get the tax money and we just go crazy shopping and doing a bunch of different things that don't make no sense. It's not going to do nothing to better your future. If you plan on getting in business, consider using your tax money to help you kind of jumpstart what you need to do to get it started. Um, so yeah, that's coming up with your plan, with your business plan, or you just having a plan that you've written down that you're going to try to use to take action and towards getting your business started. Um, so plan your finances. So that's rolling right into that. That's number 4, plan your finances. So like I said, if you're going to do how are you going to fund your business? Um, yeah, to start a business, you don't need a whole bunch of money depending on what kind of business that you're getting involved in, but you definitely gonna need to get your financial planning together. Um, and the things that you're gonna need to plan is the startup costs, which includes your licensing, your permits, your building inspection, your fire permits, um, your health inspection if you're into the food business. Depending on what business you're getting into, you definitely gonna have to make sure you have a plan or a plan to get started in your field. So those are the type of things you're gonna definitely need money for um, to start. There's no getting around. You gotta take your startup costs into a major consideration. Um, if you need a building, what's the price range? Um, that's one thing you need to decide. If you're gonna work from home, if you're gonna, if you get in a building or office space or you know a retail space, you're going to need to know what's that actually going to cost, or what's your price range, or what you feel like you need your price range to be in order for you to achieve your success, because that's going to be very important. Anytime you get a business started and you need a location, you have to be already accredited for how you're going to come up with the money once a month to pay your lease. um, what else? You also going to want to get um, make sure you get your legal stuff together, your legal fees, maybe an attorney for starting your business. Definitely going to need an attorney, somebody that knows the business world, that knows the leasing, and making sure you're not getting involved in a lease that's improper, or somebody that's trying to get over on you. Because believe me when I tell you, that happens a lot. So you want to definitely make sure you got your legal stuff in order, which will definitely be your attorney, and also your insurance. So whatever insurance, whatever building you get, you're gonna need insurance. So you gotta have your insurance, stuff together. So make sure you got that. Planning your finances. You're gonna need to have a branding budget. You're gonna need to have a marketing budget. That's definitely gonna be all the things that you have to take into consideration when starting a business. How you gonna brand your business? What's your marketing plan? Because you need a marketing plan on what you need to be doing to try to put your business out there and to keep obtaining new customers. So that's going to be key. Um, so yeah, that's pretty much so talking about planning your finances. Um, Number five going to be choose your business structure. So the different business structures you can start. You have to do your research and find out if you want to be a sole proprietor, a LLC, a nonprofit, or a corporation. It's a lot of different variables to it. We ain't gonna go over all of that right now. But one thing you need to do is research how you're coming to the market. Um, and you could be a S corp. So it's just different, different ways you can come into the market, but you need to do your research to find out what it is that you actually starting as. Um, so now you got all those things straight. Um, the next thing you need to do is you actually need to pick a name for your business and register your name. Um, so a lot of times, people just picking names and they didn't go get it registered, so they don't even know that somebody else has that name already. You don't want to get into no type of legal situations with anybody, so you want to make sure your name is good, that nobody else has that name, and that you can legally use that name. So definitely pick your name and then get it registered. Um, After that, you want to obtain a EIN number, which is basically like your social security number for your business. That's how they're going to identify you through your EIN. So you definitely going to need the EIN number. You apply for that right online. It's a simple process. That's going to be your tax ID number. That's going to be how you do everything with your business, with your EIN. So make sure you put that at the top of your list when you get in your business name and you register and everything. Make sure you apply for that EIN and get your EIN number. It's a pretty simple task. Also, we're gonna be starting some classes on some courses on how to get the business started and different ways we can go and help you with it. But that's something for later. Right now, I'm just giving y'all some good information y'all can get, to get your business started. Number 7, create systems. You don't want to go in business without having any systems. So what I mean by systems is um, basic stuff, like how you gonna answer the phones. Pretty much any business that you in, you pretty much gonna be dealing with people either through emails or phone calls, text messages, things like that. What is the way you have to figure out to get your system together properly, where you actually have a certain way that you answer the phones each and every time, so that you can remain being an actual um, people will take you serious, like you're a real company. You answer your phone professionally. Um, that's just a start. A lot of times people don't even know how to answer the phone in businesses, so that's something you need to definitely take into consideration. How you collect money, and your credit cards. How you collect. I mean, if you are you going to use PayPal, Cash App, um, Zelle. It's different type of ways that you can actually collect money. So that's some of the top things you want to actually consider as well. How you gonna collect the money? Because that's gonna be one of the most important things. And you need to have a system in order. If you're gonna get a cash registers, if you're gonna get a Square system, a PayPal system, a Clover system, it's a whole bunch of different systems out there that can help you run your business professionally and give you that professional look that you need for little to no money. It's not very expensive. It's going to cost you, but it's not going to cost you a whole lot just to get started. But you definitely want to have a plan and action on how you're going to do that. How you do your daily operations. If you're in a building, what's the protocol for how you get ready to open up your business? That make sure your employees know the protocol on how you open your business, how you close your business. That's simple stuff, but trust me, it's a lot of things that people forget about when they start business. Just that basic stuff. What's the preparation for me opening and closing, and how we run our operations throughout the day. Systems mean everything in a business. When you get your system together, then you're taking it to a whole different level. So definitely understand that you need systems in place so that everybody that come into the door, any new employees, anybody you bringing in, they could just jump right in and understand how your systems flow for your business and how you keep the operations going right. So that's one of the top things. So that's number 7 on the list. Number 8, think about your location. A lot of times people just think that location just pop out everywhere, and it's definitely not like that. Finding a location could be one of the hardest parts of starting your business. So you definitely want to choose the perfect location. Well, you might not find the perfect location, but you definitely want to have an idea on what you need to do um, to find a good location for your type of business. Everybody doesn't need to be on the main street, but most businesses do need to be on the main street and visible so people can actually see them, and your place is easy to find. So choosing that location is going to be everything. Choose your location wisely. Make sure that nothing is blocking your location. People can, if you can, it's adequate parking for your location. All these things matter. Some people won't come to your business just because they can't find a place to park. You would never think that that type of situation will hold you back, but it definitely can. Just the parking situation, if you're not accessible, make sure you're wheelchair accessible, because you, depending on what type of business you have, we do have people that's in wheelchairs that want to, patronize your business. So you want to make sure that they can actually access your business. So that's something to take into consideration. If you're working from home, then obviously, you pretty much should have a plan on how you operate in that system for your location. And, operating from home, it just works for some people. And that's not a problem either. If that's how you can run it, then operate your business from home. Um, what comes with your location? That could be a key factor. Sometimes if you're looking for a location, you can find a location that previously was the same type of business that you're starting. So if you're choosing an office building, some office buildings come with all the fax machines and it's already pre-set up. You don't have to go buy equipment or nothing. That might be something key for you. Um, that might be something that can help you out because you don't have a lot of money to go out and buy different equipment. So they might tack on a couple extra fees so that you can utilize the equipment that's in the building. But that could probably save you a lot of time and money, at least for you to get started. Later on down the line, you might get a new location. You can tweak it. You might start making, hopefully you're making some good money and you can get you a new location and buy your own equipment. But you know what's in the building that might can help your business get started. If it was a former clothing store, let's just say, it might have all the racks in there, all the shelving in there. Only thing you got to do is just put the product on it. So that's something to consider as well. Um, Basically, when you're looking for a location, how can that location be beneficial? Like with me, with a restaurant, you like to try to find a place that was currently or well previously a restaurant, and you might still have equipment in there that you can utilize, and you won't have, that'll save you a few dollars on basically getting your business started. So it's different ways. So that's one thing to consider when you're looking for a location. Maybe you can find a place that was previously in the market that you're in, and that could be beneficial. Number one, because people already tie your business to that location. So maybe it's a new place, but they already known for being that type of business. So that's something that could definitely boost you and help you achieve the success that you're trying to achieve. Um, so yeah, after you do all that, you got your property on where you're gonna get it. You got all your stuff, your paperwork and stuff together. You ready to get started. One thing you want to do before you get started is figure out, we're going back to marketing, on how to promote your business. Some of the best ways that I've seen to promote your business, that's free pretty much to you, is Instagram and Facebook. You can pretty much promote your business all day on Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, Twitter, all the social networks. We got to take advantage of the different networks that you can promote on YouTube. There's plenty of places where you can promote. So you definitely want to take in consideration of how you're going to promote and market your business, because that's going to be the number one thing you're going to need to do. You want to keep the customers coming in, and that's how you're going to provide for your family and achieve a successful business, by constantly promoting. Um, a few cheap ways that you can promote would be on the Facebook ads. Um, they're typically cheap, $30 an ad for like 7 days or something like that, and then you can work your way up. I don't know what you have in your marketing, plan. So that's why you need a marketing plan to make sure you have a budget for marketing, to know how you're gonna actually be accessing your customers and promoting to your customers and letting them know what it is you do and where they can come at to buy your product. So that's gonna be key. Also, internet flyers. If you are gonna be um, advertising on these platforms, make sure you have an internet flyer. You might have to pay somebody a few dollars to design it. You might could design it on your own computer. Um, Anything works. Anything you can do to get your marketing plan together, right? It's gonna be key. So internet flyers is one of the things. Take it old school. Go back to the paper flyers and pass your flyers out. If you got kids, utilize your kids. Have them go out, run up and down the streets in the different neighborhoods in the area that you come into, and let the people know that you're there. Pass them flyers out. Flyers are relatively cheap, and it's something you can get a whole bunch of and pass them out and let your customers know you're coming. And it's also something you can keep constantly dishing out to your customer base, letting them know that you're in the area now. So the flyers, or also the brochures, um, or postcards, whatever you can do that you can go physically hand them out to your customers. Go to the parking lots, put your flyers on the cars. Um, there's so much different ways you can do and different things. Other stores might let you put your flyers up in their stores. If you're not a direct competitor, they don't have no problem with you coming in, putting your stuff up on their boards and stuff. So that's one thing you want to also consider. Um, you know, Basically how you can promote your business, and definitely with flyers, Facebook, Instagram, all the social medias. Um, that's number 9. Number 10, understand that success does not happen overnight. That's one thing you need to understand. Um, a lot of times we come in a business and we think that overnight we watch a social media and we think that it's an overnight success. It's not. You're not going to achieve overnight success. So number 10 might be your last one, but it's definitely one of the most important. Understanding that businesses take time to grow. But one thing you doing, if you are trying to be an entrepreneur, is you separating yourself from um, the crowd. A lot of people want to be employees, and there's nothing wrong with being an employee. But others want to be entrepreneurs. And if that's the lane you choose, and you gotta understand, it might take some time to build up. It could blow up overnight, but that doesn't typically happen. You have to be willing to put in 3 to 5 years before you even start seeing a profit. So that's something that you need to understand and take in consideration. It's not gonna be an overnight success, and you gonna go through some trials and tribulations before you achieve that success. It's not gonna be an easy road. I'm sorry to tell you. I run and I own multiple businesses, and they did not achieve overnight success. It's a constant building and building and building and building. So that's a number 10 for you. I'm gonna definitely need you to understand that achieving success will not happen overnight. All right, so keep that in mind. Um, so yeah, that's my top 10. That's my top 10 things that's gonna help you get your business started. Um, Comment below. Let me know how you feel. Let me know if I missed anything. Let me know if you got different ways that you can get your business started, um, or help add to it. Let the people know down below, your different strategies that you use to open your business if you're an entrepreneur. Um, yeah, so let's just keep building. We're going to keep coming with the videos. Appreciate y'all tuning in. And we're going to have episode 4 coming out tomorrow, all right? I'll let y'all. Peace.